I bought the Snowmobile for $500. After sitting for 10 years, it would no longer start and was definitely showing some signs of neglect. To fix the Snowmobile not starting, I went ahead and pulled the airbox cover off of it first to check and make sure there wasn't a mouse nest in there. Last video you saw us pull the spark plugs and check for spark, which still wouldn't let this run, which makes me think it's a carburetor issue. To remove the carb, you go ahead and undo the clamp on the bottom, remove the fuel line, throttle cable, and slide, and carb cable, and carb number 1 and carb number 2 can be removed. With the carbs on my bench now, I go ahead and undo the 4 bolts on the bowl of the first one, tap it with a hammer, and break the bowl loose, which gives me a pretty good idea why this Snowmobile isn't running right. Since this carburetor is so disgusting inside, I want to make sure I do a very deep clean, so I want to remove every single little component out of this thing before I go ahead and get it switched over to the next part, which is putting it in a bucket with gas in it. After washing the entire carburetor down with a toothbrush and the gasoline, it gets put back on the bench and sprayed out with carb cleaner, making sure to spray out all the little jets and the bowl really well. Lastly, I blow out the passages with compressed air before going ahead and reassembling the bottom and the top of the carb, which gives us our first cleaned up and ready to use carburetor. Repeating the process on the other carb, we find out the bowl is just as disgusting as the first one, so it too gets torn down, scrubbed down, blown out with carburetor cleaner, and reassembled, giving us our second carb ready to go.